welcome back. Now we're going to talk about the stuff that you need to make a bamboo penjing. Since we're in Australia, I wanted to use the rocks from here rather than bringing rocks from China. I get a lot of emails and messages from people all over the world asking me, what rocks to use when they make a penjing. I said, you can make a penjing with rocks from your own country. It's not a problem. Give an example. This is actually, it looks like a rock, but it's not a rock. It's, you guys call it slag, from waste factories, iron factories. And you can actually buy this in penjing bonsai nurseries for dirt cheap. It's great. It looks fantastic. So that's why I'm using it for this big guy right here. Okay. Some other things you might want to use. Little accents. We bought this. I think it was like $5 yesterday. Super cheap. Great looking thing. Very small. The leaves are tiny. That's one of the things you want to focus on when you're building a land and water penjing, is something to have small leaves. You don't want something with massive leaves, okay? Otherwise it's just not believable, okay? And that's what you're trying to focus on, is it's got to be believable, okay? So I got like 5 of these different assortments, some with little flowers. That's great, okay? I'll show you later about using flowers with the bamboo penjing, okay? Also, we have this. This is a type of grass called, actually it's called baby panda bamboo. Of course it is a bamboo within the Bambusa family, I believe it is. Again, look at this. Tiny leaves. That's exactly what we want. We want some of the dead stuff here, which I will cut later on in another video, but we'll also keep some of that. And then we have this guy, which is another Bambusa species. This is actually from Sichuan province, believe it or not. I checked that out. And again, it needs to be thinned out. Work on that later. So there are a lot of varieties of bamboo. We got these down the road at a nursery for cheap. Again, they're not easy to find, but you might have to drive around to find some. But they are out there. Also, we have muck. Okay, bamboo love water. Okay, so something like bonsai soil, it's good for a lot of bonsai trees or in some penjing trees, but for bamboo it's not a good soil to use. Something like muck, which is quite muddy here, thick, and will hold the water for a lot longer, especially during the hot days, will really help the bamboo stop from drying out. And that's what you want to do. Okay, you want to hold that water, because maybe you're only able to water it twice a day. And so if that's the case, you soak it in the morning, and then in the afternoon when you come back, soak it. So this stuff will hold the water for you. Okay? Pandas. Okay. Since we got bamboo, every time you think about bamboo, you always think about a panda. Okay? But maybe you can't buy pandas where you are, right? Maybe you can't find the pandas. These I found in China, so I brought them over. But, a lot of bonsai places will have the little fisherman, which works just as great. I don't like the little fisherman with the little fish hanging down. I usually cut that and give it a more realistic, maybe take the string right off. That's totally up to you. Okay, but you can use a little fisherman or a big boat. It's up to you. For this one, we're going to use the pandas. For the other one, we'll probably maybe use the fisherman. Okay, just to show you difference. Okay. Also, the slabs, the marble slabs. This is a large rectangular slab. Okay. Over on my left is an oval one. Okay. So the rectangle ones are more, I should say, less feminine. So softer curves, whereas whereas the rectangles have sharper corners, so it's more male feeling, stronger kind of deal. Not to sound sexist in any way here, but so when you're going to put a Penjing together, you have to think of this: do you want an oval marble tray, or do you want a rectangle marble tray? Okay, you being the artist, you can decide that. Okay, next, moss. Okay, so this is just some of the moss we got here. A lot of the moss has like a lot of weeds and garbage. That's exactly what we want. Okay, because this land and water Penjing is going to be quite natural looking, not so classical like what we always see in books and online. This is going to be more natural, and a lot of artists in China are now moving away from making classical Chinese Penjing and more natural Penjing, because long time ago, like when Penjing was first started and established, they were building natural looking Penjing. Okay, so again, a lot of artists are going natural, so we're going to use a lot of weeds and different kinds of moss, different shades of green. Okay, because I mean, if you go walking out in a field, it's not just one shade of green, it's always different shades. Okay, and then we're going to have tools. Okay, so when it comes to tools working on Penjing and bonsai, you have a lot of tools to cut and this and that. Your number one tool will be your fingers. Okay, you'll maybe need some little clippers, something something like this to cut the roots. Okay, and maybe some chopsticks. One stick will do, and then later maybe this to brush away some of the dirt from the rocks. Okay, that's basically all you're going to use for building a bamboo Penjing. Okay, so once that's all done, the last thing you will need, water bottle. Okay, and again, when you're watering it, you're not just watering down here, you're also watering the leaves. That's why something like this is perfect, because it has a nice spray. Okay, you don't want to just soak it down here, you just want to spray the whole thing. Okay, a couple of times. Okay, anyways, talk to you later.